Naturally, you see economic opportunities when you live in a place for an extended period of time, and I think that the business environment in Utah is fertile for entrepreneurs with fresh ideas that are thinking globally. I was born and raised in New York. When I was 17 years old, I started selling clothing out of the back of my car in high school. My two brothers were in Utah attending Brigham Young University, home for the summer, saw what I was doing and said, we have got to do this in Utah. I graduated a year later. We came out all together and began our business. I left for 2 years and went to live in Ukraine as a LDS missionary, came back, and we decided at that point that this was more than a hobby, that this was a career opportunity for us, which we took. And as we pivoted and reinvented ourselves and scaled our company, we got to the point where we felt like we had to work internationally. We had to source product, manufacture our own labels, and in order to grow, which is what we did. My career has been spent building different business units within our company. We ultimately sold our business to Maloof Companies based in Logan, Utah. And following that acquisition, I've really enjoyed integrating the two companies, integrating the people, the products, the cultures. In 2007, the Ukrainian ambassador to the United States was visiting Utah. So the ambassador runs the embassy in Washington, D.C. He was looking for an honorary consul to open up a Ukrainian consulate office in Utah. We were put together. He asked me to serve in this capacity, and for the last 15 years, I've worked very closely with the Ukrainian community here in Utah. There are four parts of my job as honorary consul. First is to assist Ukrainian nationals that live here in the state. Second is to foster economic development between Ukraine and Utah. Next, I help promote cultural exchanges. And lastly, we host visiting dignitaries, ministers, ambassadors, consuls general to our state and showcase the very best of Utah to those visiting dignitaries. Our vision at World Trade Center Utah is to make Utah the crossroads of the world, one business at a time. And it's absolutely possible, it's happening, and again, I want to build on current momentum in this regard. World Trade Center Utah is a nonprofit organization that was established by Governor Huntsman, and it was with the sole purpose of helping Utah entrepreneurs grow their businesses through international trade. We have a team of 23 wonderful and seasoned professionals that are so invested in helping Utah companies scale their businesses. As I lead the World Trade Center organization, I can't wait to jump in and roll up my sleeves and work shoulder to shoulder with Utah businesses that want to expand internationally. We're doing phenomenal things at World Trade Center Utah. We produce trade missions. We send companies on to trade shows, international trade shows. The governor goes on a number of these trade missions and opens doors for Utah companies, providing opportunity that otherwise wouldn't be available to an entrepreneur. The barriers to entry of business, especially internationally, can be high. But the wonderful thing that we do at World Trade Center Utah is break down those barriers through our team of professionals working with the governor's office and others to grant incredible access. 85% of Utah exports are from small businesses. And so we have a governor and a legislature that is very business friendly here in Utah, that understands it's important to get out of the way of the entrepreneur. That's been very favorable to Utah business. Utah entrepreneurs want to open new markets. They want to expand their distribution. And World Trade Center Utah is unique in that we can jump in and plug in where needed to facilitate these relationships, to help the Utah economy grow overall, working with individual businesses. One of Utah's greatest assets is that we have a very diversified economy. And as I look into the next 20 years, I think that Utah stands to play a significant role globally in bringing health sciences, agriculture, technology. We have a real opportunity with every one of those sectors to be a world leader and put Utah on the map.